Ask you a quick question.
Sure.
How many hits per inch?
How many what?
You're measuring just what does it relate to in terms of inches? Some feel
It's
about
10 to 1, something like that.
Yeah.
You
about
can,
10.
it's the bank financial that's at the top, so it's like 3 inches across, maybe about 9 inches.
That'd be about 60 to 1 then.
I think it's got to be, we got to make this clear, is that what you're going through now is like when you've already decided that you want to have a banner ad on the Chamber website, this is what you would do. There's only one size, and you can, it's kind of self-service in a sense, you can change it when you want to, you can do this yourself, so at 2 o'clock in the morning, if you decide you want to change it, you can.
You can. Yeah. Right, but when you're creating it, if you have a graphic designer create it, or if you create it, I do them in Photoshop. You can do them in Illustrator. I know not everybody's familiar with those, but those are the types of programs that you would create a banner in. It would be a graphics design program, and I think that scares a lot of people because, obviously we're not all graphic designers, so, you can find someone that can do it. If you want to send me a logo with your phone number and website, I can create something for you, too.
The good thing about these are good and bad, but they're not flash. They're very static.
They're not flash,
so it's really a small kind of business card type thing. You don't have to have animation in there. And you can't.
They're very easy.
I would go over. I think this is probably the most interesting thing that, if you were deciding if you wanted to run on the Chamber website, you'd want to know how many hits or how many impressions your ad was getting, how many click-throughs you got. So that claim is what you would get that shows that.
How much it cost?
We'll get to that at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the click-throughs and impressions, is that a report that we just look up online?
You can look that up on your own.
Or do you download a report?
On this page, on your member management page, it tells you, you can check how many hits you're getting.
Okay.
So, in other words, it gives you your stats. So you can have your web page hits, your sponsor ad hits, which are the banners. You can have your hits to your job posts. Yeah, it gives you all your hits.
That would be good too, so you can say you had one ad that performed really well and then you changed it and now you're looking at this mid-month and you're going, hey, that's not performing as well, then change it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I did that on our GLMV website page and I was pretty happy to think
I know.
Covering up my hits.
I can't figure out how to stop that.
I did a search from 11/3, November 3rd through November 10th. So that was a few days. And go away.
I wish I could figure that out. I can't. So.
And I found that on the 3rd, we had 330 hits just to that little ad. On the 4th, we had 484 hits. On the 5th, we had 416 hits.
That's impressions?
Yeah, that's impressions.
Okay.
It's hit. It says web page hits.
Yeah, but hits is we really kind of went over that.
Yeah.
It's not a term that.
Because the click's on the right.
Right. That's how
I see. Okay.
Chamber Master describes
Gotcha.
it.
That's impressions that were delivered.
Right.
And then you had one. I know, Carol. Sorry.
So I go
down.
And it tells how many click-throughs, which probably wouldn't apply too much to the Chamber because they're only going to click through and get the Chamber website. So that wouldn't really, But it was still, we had a couple, which isn't bad. But look at all this. 238 on the 6th, 234 on the 7th, 365 on the 8th. So that's substantial, and I promise they weren't on me. So I was pretty happy with that. So there is some traffic, and in the past when we've had our members doing website banner ads on the ones that run on the top of the page, we've had those previously, and they've had some pretty good responses from those. I know some computer companies have done those, and they've been pretty happy. So it's just something to consider, that you might want to consider for the future. Okay, so what's the cost? Everyone wants to know. I think it's very reasonable. Very affordable at $50 per month, which is not bad. 3-month minimum because you do want to take some time to generate some business. And today we're offering a special offer for those who sign up. You get 1 month free when you buy 2, so you're actually getting, sorry.
That's okay.
Right. You get 1 month free when you buy 2 months, so 2 months free when you buy 10. And you can sign up online and prepay them, or we can bill you, or however you want to do that. Here's some details about what you would want to provide. The ad must be in a JPEG file, so no Word files or anything like that, which is all part of what a graphic designer would do. No publishers files. It's all part of what a designer or someone who knows how to do that. Always, when you're designing a banner ad, you always want to include your logo, and you want to include your website and an email on there so people can just easily find you. No big graphics because it's too small. Very simple, I think, is the best. Not a lot of text because no one can read it. It's just too tiny. So you want to just have the a nice logo and real easy for people to say, this is something I want to give a special offer. It's great for a special offer. Save 10% now. Click here. Marketing A to Z. Click here. Organization. PIMS will organize you. Click here. Super 8. Click here. Serve Pro. Click here. So I think this is my suggestion, is that you want to make it very simple. We'll hyperlink your ads to your website so that anyone can click on and get right to your website. No flash files because we don't have that capability.
Excuse me, what is a flash file?
Flash file is when if you've been on the internet and you see banner ads or ads and they flash and they movement.
Animation.
They're very fun, but we just don't have that capability right now. But hopefully we will shortly.
Too bad.
We redesign our website.
Movement is...
John?
Do you automatically hyperlink it to the company website, or can we have a hyperlink to a specific site?
You can want to have it to a specific site. You
Yeah.
can even
So you can monitor it. And
Where you
you
want.
can even hyperlink it to a landing page
Okay.
that then goes.
Yeah.
You
However you
want to
want
be
it.
specific on that. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ads, like we said, are usually designed by graphic artists, but if you're comfortable with Photoshop or whatever, feel free. And we gave you a list at the end of your packet there. So that's basically banner ads. I would definitely suggest everyone consider doing a banner ad either on the Chamber website, on your own websites. You can also take banner advertising. It might be a way to enhance your own websites from your own businesses.
How many can you rotate at one time?
I think was it like 10 or something?
Yeah,
rotate
because
at one
the
time?
thing is, another terminology that's not here is share of voice. If you take too many, you have a very low share of voice. So if they've got about 20,000 page views a month, that's what they're getting, about 19,000. You really wouldn't want to go more than 10 because you'd have a very, very low share of voice. Yeah.
If you have a Facebook platform, Facebook also does the same thing. They have an ads program that they
Right.
run
Yeah.
specific to that page.
Yeah, I want to say a few things about that. First of all, where you send the user to is very important, and that can change depending on what the message is in the ad. If you're a banquet facility and you've got an ad up there talking about weddings, you want to send them somewhere on your site that talks about weddings. Conversely, if you're advertising your golf, you don't want to send them to where your wedding information is. So that's very important. So each ad that you do, whether it be on this site or any other site, you should really be thinking about where that user's going to go. Because if you send them somewhere and they have to search for something, you'll lose them. And then, I want to be very clear because I'm in this industry and I did this today for the Chamber to try to get some revenue, to be honest, to try to get some revenue for them so we can make a better website for this Chamber. And this is the beginning of the process. I mean, we've looked at other websites from other chambers and they're phenomenal. I mean, they're resources for people. So we're trying to get there. So we tried to make this extremely affordable where a lot of people could, come in and try this out. But be clear, this should not be your end-all banner advertising. This is going to give you chamber members, people that are looking for chamber members. And if you are interested in doing some other things, you should reach out to a media person that you trust, somebody that's in the field that you trust.
We've got a few here.
Yeah, we have a few here. We have actually a part of the Tribune is a big consulting company called 435 Digital. They'll do a diagnostic on everything that's in space for you that's digital, and they'll come back and tell you your Facebook page needs this, you need better words. So, and there's other media companies that do that. Be clear, this is one little portion of what you could start trying in banner advertising, and it's very inexpensive. And at the end of the day, it helps the chamber. And if we get some revenue, we can then build a much better website that everybody will benefit from.
How does it, what's the cost, I'm sorry, on say your company's
Diagnostic?
Yeah.
Well, we do the diagnostic for free. We have people that work at this, it's called 435 Digital, and they do nothing but consulting and Facebook and, you know, that kind of stuff. They're not really selling media. So they'll do the diagnostic for free, and they'll tell you what they think you could be benefited from, whether that's a Facebook fan page or, you know, it's buying, it's a little bit more search engine optimization. So, but I think a lot of companies will do that. But the big thing, you know, find somebody that you trust. Find somebody that you know, because there's so many media companies out there trying to get a piece of that pie, because everybody knows that internet is, you know, what's hot. So just find somebody that you trust. So are there any questions specifically at this point on the chamber program? Does anybody have any comments, what they like about it, what they don't like? Do you all think that $50 a month is pretty reasonable?
1 month free.
3 months for $100? That's it.
I'd like to comment that besides, I know today it's banner ads, but we also offer holiday special ads of any kind that you might want, which is also very reasonable.
There are other options for marketing your business on the internet, or to our members through e-blasts and, you know, that type of thing. But yeah, today we're just kind of focusing on the banner ads.
There's
again, it's a larger ad.
Yeah.
And it's $50, I think, isn't it, per time?
For the holiday, yeah,
it's
the
more of
holiday e-blast.
an email
Yeah.
blast. It's going
Yeah.
to the chamber members, people that are on the email list. It's an ad mail of sorts. Yeah.
What's the process to sign up?
I think Carol's just going to take you today if you sign up today. Thank you very much.
See Carol.
Carol, if you sign up today, you can get that 1 month free. And you know, we hope that people at least give it a try.